Hey everyone!
Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is a sample video for our latest podcast episode, number 129, in which we discuss what's in a word and explore terminology and why language matters.
That's right, we talk about common words and terms used in the context of veganism, such as, and I'm just going to read this list, vegan, plant-based, carnist, cruelty-free, frugivore, herbivore, omnivore, carnivore, pre-vegan, not yet vegan, non-vegan, post-vegan, ex-vegan, vegan activist, animal rights activist, animal liberation activist, animalist, speciesist, anti-speciesist, and human supremacist.
Oh, you done? It's
done.
quite a list, isn't it? We have
is.
lots to talk about. And what we did was we basically made a pros and cons list for each of these terms and discussed whether they were helpful or harmful, effective or ineffective.
We hope you enjoy this sample, and if you'd like to listen to the full episode, you can join us on Patreon, which is linked in the description below this video.
Thank you so much for watching and listening. Hope you enjoy this, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye everyone.
Bye. Next, as you said, cruelty-free. I completely lost track there.
So we didn't have a pro for this initially because we detest it so much and are so focused on the cons, but I did think of one. It raises awareness about animal testing.
Yes.
Because if something is cruelty-free, then what is not cruelty-free?
Yeah.
Everything that's not labelled cruelty-free possibly.
Has cruelty.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're
So,
spot on.
what's the cruelty got to do with? Well, it's got to do with animals and testing on them. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah. I like that. I like that you've come up with that. And it's so weird. Like you just said a moment ago, you said either we hate or we detest the word cruelty-free. Isn't it weird to detest a word that is actually saying, that is saying it's free of cruelty to animals? Like it's weird.
It's weird until we get into the cons.
Yeah, go for it.
So non-vegan products can still be labelled cruelty-free provided they're not tested on animals, even though non-vegan products and cruelty-free are oxymoronic and mutually exclusive.
Yes.
For example, a non-vegan product could contain byproducts from animals,
Yeah.
but as long as that product is not tested on animals, it could still carry the cruelty-free label.
Even though it's obviously not
Because it
cruelty-free
contains
because it came
animal byproducts or animal ingredients, animal-derived ingredients.
Yes.
Right? So that's the main reason we hate it. And also because nothing is technically cruelty-free. So for example, whilst they're vegan, bananas, avocados, cacao and cashew production are associated with the exploitation of human workers, which is of course cruel.
Yeah. And I wouldn't even limit it to those. Like I know they get a bad rap in the mainstream, but I think you could extend that to so many other plant products as well.
Of course, yeah, I just used the main ones.
Yeah.
But many more.
And sure, that human exploitation is going to vary industry to industry, but like nothing's perfect. There's nothing that is cruelty-free from our perspective. Very, very limited. I mean, I shouldn't say nothing because there's obviously very good ethical businesses out there. A lot of them obviously would have to be vegan, and people have really good intentions and are doing really great things. So we shouldn't say that everything is a product of cruelty because that's not true.
But in this current world with the current systems that we have, more often than not, things involve some element of cruelty.
Exactly. And I think it's very misleading to be telling a consumer that it's cruelty-free when in fact it's not really.
Yeah. So also, the word or term has been hijacked by non-vegan individuals and businesses who wish to virtue signal.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I think the cons far outweigh the pros,
Yeah.
and our final verdict would be to avoid the use of the term.
We have definitely avoided the use of the term for a while now. We used to use cruelty-free a lot. Yeah. Vegan activist. Oh, this is one that really gets us.
Yeah.
And
we used to use it.
The majority of people still use it, and we used to use it, as you said, but we stopped using it for so many reasons.
And we've actually got an Instagram and Facebook post about it where we go into a lot of those reasons. And I think we'll link those in the show notes if people want to read more.
So we don't actually have any pros for this.
No.
We do have a cons list. So we're not activists for vegans. So when you say vegan activist,
it can be interpreted as someone who is an activist for vegans.
Yeah, it totally centers humans and not animals. That's the main problem. And it creates this, this us and them that we were speaking about earlier on. It really amplifies that us and them. Because all of a sudden, oh my gosh, you've got these extreme activists. They're not even just vegan in their own life, but here they are taking to the streets.
Trying to get everyone else to be vegan as well.
Yeah. Whereas if they're getting on the streets for animals and they're an animal rights activist, well, that's totally different to them being a vegan activist.
Yes.
So we definitely try to avoid this. We don't, use it. Having said that, it's weird because like it obviously gets headlines. It's the clickbait thing, right? So when we were making YouTube videos, we would always, to be honest with you, I never liked Not Yet Vegan. And
Okay.
I don't use it. And I think when we were giving our speeches, it was always you that was putting it in and saying it. I'm like, yeah.
This is great.
I'm just like, nah, I can't be that positive. Because, it has the connotation that you're going to get there. It's just like the previous one.
Pre-vegan.
Pre-vegan. For me, pre-vegan and not yet vegan are very similar, and I think they're very positive, but I don't feel authentic when I use them because I'm not a positive person at this point in my life.
Yeah. It's also potentially patronizing, just like pre-vegan.
It's presumptuous.
That
you're going to get there. Let me just guide you along the way.
You will be vegan whether you know it or not.
It's a Jedi mind trick. That's what it is. Not yet vegan. You will be vegan. Yeah. It's very presumptuous.
So out of pre-vegan, not yet vegan, and non-vegan, we prefer non-vegan.
Yes, if I cannot use animal abuser.
Excellent.
I will stick with non-vegan.
Excellent. Moving on to another term, ex-vegan now.
Oh, here's
So the pros column here